Hello YouTube, it is I, Banded Wendy. How are you? It is Saturday, 2/20/16. And I posted a video about hammer and chisel a couple days ago. And so I had mentioned the last time I made an update, personal update, that I was working through hammer and chisel. So I wanted to add on to the video I shared. The video I shared a couple days ago was basically the first 14 days of the workouts of the program. I recorded myself doing some of the moves, right? Some of the things that get done in the workout. And really nothing changed after day 14, except for me. But the actual workouts were those 14 mixed up through the entire program. So here it is, right? Masters, hammer, and chisel. This guy, Soggy, I was familiar with. This is a Beachbody program. Been a big fan of Beachbody workouts since late in 2010, beginning of 2011, when a coworker gave me P90X. So I've done P90X, P90X2, P90X3, P90X1 I've done multiple times. And then I've done Soggy stuff. I started that last year. I did that Body Beast. So I knew him, right? I did not know Autumn. I guess she is a 21-day fix gal. I've never done anything with 21-day fix, or only programs I've done for Beachbody are the ones I've mentioned. So I didn't know what to think about her, and he was okay. I still love Tony. Tony's still my favorite. But anyway, I thought, it's new. I need things that are fresh. I'm always looking for my next. So I went with this. And so he's the hammer and she's the chisel, right, of hammer and chisel. So I started December 14th of 2015. And they market it as a 60-day program. When I mapped out the calendar, and they give you a calendar, but I don't want to get the calendar dirty that they give you. So I used my notebook and I mapped it out. It was actually 56 total days, not 60. So I finished the program, completed it on February 18th, just a couple of days ago. And so it did take me the full 60 days. I traveled the last month of it, 3 to 4 weeks of it. I had a couple of different trips. So I pushed pause on those trip days and ran or did elliptical at a hotel, but mostly ran on the off days that I didn't do the program. So anyway, 12/14 to 2/18, got it done. My weight actually went up 1.5 pounds during that time. I've done research. It says that you might put on a max of 2 pounds of weight being muscle every month. So in 2 months' time, I gained 1.5 pounds. Maybe some of that's muscle. I'm a big tracker of body fat percentage, only because my withing scale gives me that information. And I'm still on the trek to get back to where I had seen a 13% body fat back in 2013. So I really look at that body fat more than I look at weight. I mean, my goal weight was 145.6. My lifetime maintenance range, 138 to 148. And I tend, since summer of 2015, I tend to live between 135 and 140. And when I weighed in on the 18th, I was 138. So still below my goal weight. And the body fat, so that 1.5 pounds is not really a big deal, just something I noted. And the body fat percentage went down 0.4. So 14 point something, but not 13. So change, difference. How do I feel? Like, I feel amazing, right? For me, like today, I don't know if you can see, but it's a beautiful sunny day today. But here where I live now in Pacific Northwest, that's not the case. I saw an article yesterday, local news article, that Seattle has lived through the wettest winter on record. Yeah. not my kind of fun. So this sun is really enjoyable and pleasant. However, last winter and this winter, I went to home fitness DVDs and paused running, unless I was in Los Angeles earlier this month where I ran. So I really enjoy the fact that I can do these at home, right on my PlayStation, here in my living room, and not have to go outside at all, not even if I have to walk. Only thing I have to do is from my car to the gym, right? The treadmill at the gym. I don't even want to go outside for that when it's raining like that. So home fitness, winter during Pacific Northwest winters for sure is a win for me. So I feel good. I started using, I had an old Creative Weights. Prior to having weight loss surgery, I had some 3-pound weights in there. Then when I had weight loss surgery, I started adding in more weights with the other programs that I've done. So I had this old milk crate with weights. They were ranging anywhere from 3s all the way up to 15s. And somehow I had 120, but not a set of 20s. So I started with that. And I was at Costco right after Christmas, and they had a beautiful weight rack with all these shiny new weights on it, from 10s to, gosh, I haven't got down to the bottom, but I think they're 30s. So I replaced my weight set in this because when I started, in most of the videos that you'll see, because it was in that first 14 days, I was using 10s, 12s, and 15s, maybe an 8 here or there. And I finished the program using 15s and 20s, occasionally the 10s. So, and I think one workout in the 8s, but mostly 15s and 20s for the majority of the workouts. So that's good. So I feel stronger, I feel leaner, a lot less flabby. Certainly I've seen some change in my shoulders and my arms and my butt. Not a lot of change in my midsection. I have photos from the start and the finish, which my goal is to get those in this video as well. I still have plenty of work to do. That is something that I have realized about fitness, about reshaping my body, about getting stronger, whether it's through endurance, running, or with strength training. Always room for improvement. A big thing with a lot of Beachbody programs is the food and nutrition, and they always tell you, you know, workout's one piece, but everything's really built in the kitchen. So I typically don't follow their nutritional programs because I'm a bariatric patient. However, I decided to add in more. I wasn't afraid here, right? Mentally. I mean, this week I'm 6 years and 11 months post-op with my lap band. And at a 1.5 year mark, week 68, I met my goal weight. So, you know, I've been living this life pretty successfully in my own eyes for a pretty good time, a length of time. And I had my band deflated from 6 point something or 5 point something down to 4.2 earlier this year. So I have a lot easier time eating certain foods. So with that said, I decided to continue eating as a bariatric patient for the program, as I always have, but I did add in more complex carbs. And when I say more, one, I mean more frequently, i.e. sweet potatoes, and two, foods that I really had not eaten in years, specifically a whole grain English muffin, toasted extra crisp. Those are really the two advanced or different carbohydrates that I would eat in this program. I didn't go with a lot of the other stuff that they recommend because that's just not how I live as a bariatric patient. So, you know, water, food, fitness, and supplements. Still taking my Body Effects, still selling Body Effects. You need some? Let me know. And the key to all that, regardless if you're doing hammer and chisel or you're doing any fitness program, consistency, right? Water, food, fitness, and supplements. And what I have found is that for the first probably 4 or 5 weeks of this program, I was really, really good with my nutrition. Not a lot of chocolate, not a lot of booze, really paying attention to how much protein and produce, picking, you know, more variety, like I said, with the complex carbs and the whole grains. And that was great. The last 3 weeks of the program, a lot of travel, so there was booze and there was chocolate. There just was. So, you know, what I see there is, again, always room for opportunity, always room for change, always room for different, always room for betterment, right? Um, so the last thing I have to say, the two last things about this. So I'm a fan, highly recommend it. I know several people, non-weight loss surgery and weight loss surgery peeps that have started the program. So good luck. I wanted my shirt. I'm all about having the shirt. I have my P90X shirt, so I wanted the Hammer and Chisel shirt. And I had the little flyer sitting in my bathroom since December. So finally, the other day, I think it was a Thursday, go ahead and print it out and fill it out and then email it to us. So that makes no sense, Beachbody. That should be something I can do online, right? Instead of printing it out, filling it out, taking a picture to email it, whatever. However, on the sheet, it lists all these programs. It does not list Hammer and Chisel. Hello, Beachbody, update your forms. So I guess I'm going to handwrite Beachbody on there. Maybe I'll send them to this video. So I hope to get my shirt. I want my shirt. I earned my shirt. And my next, you know, I always talk about having a fitness next. So I downloaded a new running app. You know, I'm a big fan of the Couch to 5K. That's how I got started running in July of 2009. And I found an app called Running. It's called Running. That's all I know it's called. And you can pick how you want it to operate. I picked advanced, and it's basically somebody barking at me in a lovely voice, of course, but I'll call it barking at me, telling me what to do, just like Couch to 5K, but on a different level. And I do it, and it's interval training, so it's walk, run, sprint. I'm liking it. For a gal who hasn't really ran in over 2 months, I jumped right into the advanced, and so I miss running with all my heart. Strength training is great. Very challenging. These workouts left me, they're 21 to 51 minute workouts, mostly 30 to 45 minute workouts, but there's some short ones and some longer ones. Always left me breathing heavy, panting, asking myself, what am I doing? Can I go deeper? Do I have more to bring, right? So really good, and certainly mentally and physically demanding. But running for me is my thing, and I've ran maybe 6 times in 2 months now. One of those being today. It was a gorgeous day, and so I could be outside. I'm loving this running app. I don't even know how many weeks the running app goes. It says I'm on week 2, day 2. I finished that today. Okay. So anyway, I'm at 12.31 minutes. My next, I'm going to do Hammer and Chisel again and alternate Hammer and Chisel days with run days. So Hammer and Chisel is 6 days a week with 1 day off, which makes me happy. So I'll run 3 days a week. I'll do Hammer and Chisel 3 days a week, and I'll have a day off. And we'll see where that takes me. It's running season is what I like to think of it. So anyway, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're living fit. And I've got a lot of videos I want to make, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.